More drama out of the state of Florida this week, of course, as our Republican-controlled government has taken the funding away from 2 counties because they instituted mask mandates for children going to school. Those counties, Alachua and Broward County, a couple months ago, as we all know, we've talked about, instituted mask mandates against our Republican Governor Ron DeSantis' order that you cannot put mask mandates in place. They did it anyway, so they stripped them of their funding. But that was a while ago. And after they were stripped of their funding, the Biden administration stepped in and said, don't you worry, we're going to get you your funding. We're going to make sure you have money. To hell with your idiot Republican government down there in Florida. We're going to take care of you because you're taking care of children. This week, the Florida Department of Education, who actually somehow received the money from the federal government, said, we're not going to give you the money that the government promised you. So essentially, we're withholding your funding twice. We're withholding your state funding, and now we're holding the money that the federal government said they were going to come in and give you for violating our mask mandates. First and foremost, Biden administration, why the hell couldn't you just cut a check directly to the counties? I know it's a bureaucracy. There's all kind of rules that I'm probably overlooking and too stupid to realize exist, right? But at the same time, I know you can print checks. I know you can send money to school districts. I know you can. So why on God's green earth would you, knowing that Republicans in our government here in Florida already withheld their funds once, why would you trust that same government to give them the money that you're sending down to replace the money that they took away? I'm sorry, but that seems incredibly stupid, and the Republicans' action here in the state of Florida seems entirely predictable. I mean, talk about a misfire there, Biden administration, for real. But the point of this is that protecting children here in the state of Florida is apparently a punishable offense. If you want to protect children, if you want to protect their little lungs from getting this virus that could cause untold damage to them for the rest of their lives, what we're seeing basically out of the patients that have had COVID, especially the severe cases or the people who have developed COVID pneumonia from all ages, they're having lingering effects, lasting effects. Now, COVID hasn't been around long enough, for us to know if these effects are just going to last for a year, which they have in many people, or if they're going to last 5 years, or 10, or 100. See, that's the biggest problem right now, folks, and that's why mask mandates are so necessary along with vaccine mandates, is because we don't know. Okay, we don't know what dangers and what health problems lie in store for the people who have been on ventilators, for the people who have had to have oxygen. I have 2 family members that have been hospitalized with COVID pneumonia in both lungs. One of them got out of the hospital many, many months ago, and he's about my age. He's still on oxygen, by the way. He hasn't come off. The other person has only been out of the hospital for about a week and a half, but that's actually my mother-in-law, and she's still on oxygen. And she does okay when she's lying down. As soon as she gets up, does anything, her O2 stats bottom out, and she has trouble. Same thing with my other relative, my cousin-in-law, I guess it would be. But we know that these effects can linger, even in seemingly healthy individuals. So why even put kids at risk? Why even take that chance? Why make that gamble? And the answer to that is we shouldn't. But Ron DeSantis, our idiot Republican governor, is, because he's pandering to the dumbest people in the state. That's what he's doing. He's trying to show that he can be a big, tough guy fighting against the Biden administration when no other Republican governor is doing it, because he's setting up a future presidential run. Maybe not in 2024, but at least by 2028, he will have declared. And he wants to be seen as the fighter. And he doesn't care how many kids die in the process. He doesn't care how many good, honest, hard-working school district employees don't get their paychecks so that he can pander to the dumbest people that the state of Florida has to offer him.